Is it cool for you to stand here and see what you sketched out on the back of a piece of paper all those years ago?
I mean, it's not as glamorous as just sketching something out, you know, but...
Well, that's where it started.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, people say, oh, you know, what's it like to do what you do for a living? And, you know, the way I describe it is the same way you had a kid a couple years ago. And you know, you have an idea and then you have a kid and then you shape this kid and see them grow up and get bigger and bigger. And that's what this is, you know? It's like, holy fuck, my kid has grown up.
Yeah.
You know, it's really incredible.
Well, the 7S, the one with the curtains that you can see up there, is finished. It's ready to go. We just turned it into our model, so I thought it'd be cool to show it to you, and you can tell us all about how you created it and picked the finishes and really gave birth to this baby.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Ta-da!
Home sweet home, huh?
Before we get into the living room and everything else, like, people ask me about wood floors all the time, and I feel like we just sort of glaze over it. But you've done so many buildings and you've had to pick flooring in so many apartments. Was there a specific thought process to going darker here? Because I see light oak all the time, and then you carried it up the ceiling, on the ledge of the mezzanine.
I mean, the thought was that it added just a hair more drama to the design by sort of contrasting with these, you know, massive walls that you know are begging for art like we have in here. Yeah. And you know, we thought that this was a location where people could accept a little more drama. I wouldn't have built this on the Upper West Side, or for that matter, on the Upper East Side.
Yeah, so it's location specific.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I think, you know, the buyer here, quite honestly, is more in tune with design, is my guess.
Yeah.
And
they're not just looking for the white on white.
Yeah,
right?
and they're not looking for sort of plain vanilla that they can come in and put grandma's couch that they inherited in there. I think these are people who appreciate design and don't mind necessarily spending a little bit extra for that.
Now this is the 7th floor South Line unit, like I said, 2440 square feet, 3-bed, 3.5 bathroom, 140 square feet of outdoor space between both sides. And this is your penthouse ceiling, but we're on the 7th floor. And we kind of have penthouse views. I mean, these are open exposures, tons of skyline, both to the south and to the north and out over Brooklyn. But this is drama.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, and how many people do you know who have 20-foot ceilings?
Not in New York, no. No, very, very, very hard to find.
Yeah, and even with that, you know, when you come into, you know, this is almost, even though it's an open floor plate, this is sort of designed as an eat-in kitchen, right?
Right.
And I, for one, I'm not sure that having 20-foot ceilings in the kitchen would create the kind of intimacy that I would look for. I have 4 children. You know, we would sit here, you can see the 6 chairs, perfect. I would sit here with my family and eat, and it's a much more intimate experience the minute you're in this room. It's the same room, but it's a different room, right? So you have sort of the formality and the grandeur, and then you have the intimacy at the same time. And I think that sort of combination really makes it very, very special.
For sure. Talk to me about this kitchen in terms of the design, the layout, how you thought about it, because this is a specific, albeit like very tasteful, classic design, but this is not what you'd see on the Upper East Side. This is not Upper West Side, right?
No.
This is downtown.
And the other thing it's not is one of these sort of slick Italian kitchens that you might see, you know, in other properties, right? So what we wanted to do was for sure make sure that it's a clean, simple kitchen, right? There's no knobs anywhere. The handles are built in, but not only that, when you look at the surface behind the handle, we actually have a little metal insert here. So, you know, we're actually working with many different materials in this kitchen, but it's all very, very clean and simple at the same time. So we have, you know, the glass uppers that are trimmed in metal also. We have quartzite, which is very, very durable stone from Brazil. That's on all the counters. And then, you know, the scale of the kitchen is a substantial kitchen. This is for someone, I think, who most likely could easily have a family and cook.
Yeah.
You know, and really use, this is not a show kitchen. This is a real kitchen with tons of storage. We have wine fridge. I mean, this got everything you need.
Huge sink, complete Miele appliance package. One of the little details that I think is really cool is you see so many people doing thick slabs everywhere, or they build them up, right? They miter and build them up. But this looks thin until you open it. It's actually a pretty sizable slab, but you've curved it inside
It's
and
a
then
reverse.
matched here.
It's actually a reverse miter.
A reverse miter.
You know, the other ones they miter the edge to make it look thick.
Right.
We actually miter it to make it look thin.
Yeah, why?
I think it's more elegant.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it works. I'm just, you don't see it that often.
This is not your big, you know, clunky stone, big wolf range kind of, you know, Upper West Side kitchen. And I do these kitchens on the Upper West Side. But this is not where we are. This is someone who appreciates something that is sophisticated and you know, the details are considered, and it's very it's in its own way very sleek without being sleek in the sort of lack of character way, you know?
For sure. No, it's a very, very usable kitchen. It's also beautiful. And with the way you ran kind of the lighting just in the glass cabinets, but then underneath all of the uppers, and then you match the backsplash to the countertop.
Even the slot up here, this is not something you see very often. You know, the beauty of that is when you open the cabinet, you actually have light on the upper shelves from this. So lighting in general, and you'll see it also in the bathroom, lighting in general is something we really pay attention to. Yeah. There are many projects, you know, where they sort of relinquish the lighting design to a lighting designer, but we actually did all the lighting design here.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, we have the experience at this point to really understand how to light these spaces. So it looks, and at night this is, you know, very, very sexy kitchen.
Yeah, no, it glows. It's really pretty. And what's great too is it is kind of like this statement kitchen, and it's in every unit. It's not just in this model unit. There's 14 apartments here, whether you're in the penthouse or in a 2-bedroom, right? You've got these statement trophy kitchens, and you've got great dining space. I mean, this is your big dining room. If someone wanted, they could do a kick-ass dining over there and make maybe a more intimate little den space here, but I think this works really, really well, and I love a good round table.
This is, you know, I did not design these with the idea that this is someone dropping some money as a pied-à-terre or as an investment.
Sure.
And I still believe that our buyers here this will be their primary residence.
Yeah.
And you know, we designed these condominiums to be lived in, right? Which is why the functionality of it has been very important to us. This isn't just something that needs to look good and it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
You know, even at the front of the island, you know, I appreciate what people have in terms of wine glasses and so on. And since we have a dining table already immediately adjacent to the island, we thought, well, why not just occupy the whole island with storage? So you have storage. You don't have to have all your shit out all the time because you have no place to put it.
So you have access to it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, super smart. Very, very functional, but beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, outside the kitchen in the living space, for the people that have been lucky enough to tour the building so far, the powder room is a showstopper. Can you talk to me about it?
Yeah.
So first, the powder room, you put it behind this hidden door.
Well, because, you know, you know, a lot of things are concealed in the apartment, even the kitchen.
But this is just super cool.
Yeah, and you know, this is also a space where, you know, you don't spend a couple hours here every day, so we can afford to turn up the drama a little bit, make it a little bit darker, make it sexier, right? This is where your guests come over at night and will use this. So, you know, by sort of rounding it up and really, you know, making sure that every surface is flat.
It curves.
Yeah,
it's curved sink.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a sort of little yachtish in a way, you know.
Yeah, no,
in a sense that you know, there's no painted surfaces here. It's like you're in a little jewelry box in here.
I can't believe you convinced the developer to do these single-piece stone carved sinks in the powder rooms.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
It's pretty crazy. Like, developers do not do this, but I guess we're lucky.
Right, you're ahead of the game.
And then on this floor, you've got lots of closet space, yes, but you also have your primary suite that's here with nice open views out the back, looking back out over the Lower East Side, back out over Soho. The building's under construction right now, but you do have good outdoor space, great balcony space, so you really brought a lot of the outdoors in, which is really, really cool. But then this bathroom, I mean, people go back and forth. Like, they absolutely die over this bathroom, and then they go back to the powder room. Like, I've never seen so many buyers walk in and have their jaws just literally fall to the floor, and I gotta pick it up and say, hey, please take your jaw off my floor. than I do in these bathrooms.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's the same idea, right? That the space is finished, right?
Yeah.
You know, we have some developers we work with sometimes who keep saying, well, you know, people like to come in and sort of do their own decorating and finish up. You know, you see it in Miami, right? Every apartment in Miami, you're supposed to you're supposed to finish yourself. And my attitude is the opposite, which is, if I'm buying this apartment, why do I want to start doing construction or even think about what material I can add to this that still works?
Yeah.
And thankfully we had a developer who was on the same page. So, you know, it's not every day you come into a bathroom and you really see every wall is finished to the T.
Yeah.
There are no painted surfaces here again. You know, it's really quite special.
Yeah,
and of course everything is, you know, completely bespoke, right? Which is also important. The kitchen we saw, the cabinets we see, the powder room, everything is custom designed for this building and this building only.
Got it.
Which to me is important because, again, you're buying into something that has been designed, thought about.
Yes.
This is not a shopping exercise, you know?
No, this is definitely a piece of art. Up this beautiful staircase. I love the glass.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we obviously didn't want any obstruction here, but I also wanted just a little bit of detail again, so it adds that sort of, you know, sensitivity to it.
Yeah.
But this is where I imagine that you greet your guests.
Yeah, exactly.
Before you
Welcome. This is the drama. This is that moment, right?
Yeah, I mean, and the view from here, we're looking over the park, is just unbelievable, huh?
Yeah. No, it's super cool.
Yeah.
You know, like to be in the East Village or to be in the Lower East Side, to be downtown anywhere really. People, I think, are so used to giving up on things like greenery that they don't even expect it. So when they come into 199 and they see that view and they see that they're on a park and they see that that view is never going to change, it's not like someone's going to tear down the park and put up another tower.
100% protected.
Right?
Yeah.
You're completely protected. People just almost don't understand. Like, oh, really? I can have that in the Lower East Side? I can have that downtown in a brand new building like this? Like, I thought I could only get that on Central Park or Gramercy Park.
Yeah.
But you have it here and it's really, really incredible. But I love this space now. I mean, listen, you had the foresight to know that people wanted bonus space. Obviously, COVID then rolled in and everyone wanted bonus space and everyone wants extra high ceilings because if you're going to stay home a lot and work from home, that kind of like volumetric square footage and home office space that's not a bedroom is like, that's it.
Yeah, that was, I don't want to say COVID was fortunate, but, you know, certainly people's lifestyle in terms of working from home now has changed a lot. And I can't say I'm personally a proponent of working from home, but, you know, this is something I think will be super valuable to people, you know.
I love it. And then on this floor, we then have a full-on laundry room, 2 bedrooms that are both en suite that are really, really gorgeous. The bathrooms are incredible. But one thing while I have you that I want to show is I want to go into the penthouses. Let's go up to penthouse 1. You want to check it out?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. Yes! I love these penthouses. I don't know where else you can get. It's like this kind of space. You basically have a ballroom, 6 bedrooms, all this outdoor space. These are super cool.
It's amazing, huh? And this kind of exterior space is going to be invaluable, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, this is going to be very exciting. Seeing this finished up will be
insane.
Yeah, insane.
Insane. But it's kind of what you were talking about outside. Like, this is a penthouse, and so you expect to have 20-foot ceilings in your great room. But you have these ceilings in all of the other units, for the most part. But here, it's just like amplified. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a huge kitchen.
It's just you in the sky, you know? You and God.
That is true.
Yeah.
And this outdoor space off of this one, because this is the lower penthouse, and then the upper penthouse has the roof and the pool. And these views are also insane. These doors, like these single pane, massive doors.
It's incredible that none of this got VE'd out, huh?
Exactly. We could do so many projects with developers where you design it, it's amazing. And they're like, all right, we're done. You go and see it. You're like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
But these developers, you know, Katie Sagamore, I mean, they kept everything you designed. Really, really, really fantastic.
And the view is, you know, people often think you have to be, you know, 1,000 feet up in the air to have a great view.
Yeah.
And I you know, for one, I think that this is actually a much better view because on one hand, you got the sky, and nobody is looking
Texture,
at
yeah.
you. But you also have, you're part of the city still.
Yeah.
You know, and to be able to see the cityscape and really, you know, locate yourself all the way from you know, one end of the city to the other. For me, I would take this view over 1,000 feet
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Otherwise, you're like everybody else who's in a tower.
Or you're just removed from the city,
Yeah.
you know? And again, I think people who live here, they live here because they love New York like we do, you know?
Absolutely. This is an amazing, amazing penthouses. These two penthouses, I think, are going to fly off the shelves. Can't wait till people see them.
I'm just very excited to see this actually getting built and completed, you know?
Yeah. No, it's awesome. We've already sold the first 2. We've barely been on the market. 12 other units that'll go to very, very special buyers.
Yeah.
You're the man, and they'll have a piece of your art. It's going to be incredible.
Thank you.
This is awesome. 199 Chrystie.